RuneScape is on the edge of a cliff right now. We are teetering, and I don't mean that necessarily in a doom and gloom way, because I think old school actually does have a very bright future if we play our cards right. If we don't, however, we will fall off that cliff, and I think in general, we've been killing it recently, right? Player count has been super healthy, Varlamore has been a knockout success, we have a great combat rebalance coming, some good QOL being introduced, and on the other hand, we have, you know, sailing and stuff. That's a topic for another time. This video is about Moons of Peril, I promise, and actually, it's a sweaty Sunday, okay? So I'm giving my money away. Stay tuned for that, you greedy kumquats, but first, let me finish my speech. I think after our 10 years of life, we are coming into an identity crisis for old school. Because of the unique nature of our game, we have no expansion packs, no seasons, we have to find a way to make content meaningful for essentially ever. And MMO populations do tend to play for a very long time, but we also do age out and we do need new players. In the current landscape of video games, it's highly unlikely that the younger generation would be attracted to a game like RS. It breaks all of the rules of the attention span monopolizing, microtransaction-filled dopamine distributors that turn our conscious experience into advertising dollars. So we have a balance to find. How do we modernize RuneScape in a way that is welcoming to new players, that feels intuitive and rewarding, while keeping the original flavor of old school RuneScape, the spirit of the grind, the unique mechanical gameplay, the things that make it one of the greatest games in history? The answer, my friends, lies within the Perilous Moons. Now, like I said, this is in fact the Sweaty Sunday, all right, where we race against the GP per hour listed on the wiki. Now, for this boss, that's about 2 mil, and we do it for 8 hours straight in the best gear. If we win, we keep the money, but if we lose, we give it away. So 16 mil is the goal today. Like this video, subscribe, and comment down below your RSN for a chance to win today's prize pool. Let's get started. So these long grinds might certainly be fun, but they are ultimately grinds, and boy do I get hungry. So here is my incredibly smooth segue into today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Now, I literally just moved a couple days ago, so my fridge has 4 hot sauces and half a liter of milk. So HelloFresh is quite literally my hero for this. They are the premier meal delivery service that sends a box of fresh, pre-portioned ingredients with recipes right to your door. So you don't have to stress about planning your meals, shopping, buying a whole bag of lettuce that will go bad in the bottom drawer of your fridge. I know who you are. This makes eating and planning meals pretty much stress-free. There's over 45 different meals to choose from, so if your goal is to eat healthy or just to try new things, HelloFresh has you covered on all fronts. And to top it off, I end up saving money doing this compared to, shopping for myself, or especially to ordering food. Now, these sponsors help me do what I love for a living, and using them really helps me out. So we've got a great deal for you guys today. Click the link in the description or use my code TASTYMADE10 and get 10 free meals plus free dessert for life while subscription is active. Now, I do have a lot more to say on this topic, and Perilous Moons is the perfect example of what I think we need on a fundamental level. But before I forget, here's the gear we're rocking. I'll put it up on the screen here. I'm probably going to experiment with a few different little tweaks, see what's worth it, what's not. And the good news is this activity is completely self-sufficient. You make all of your food, all of your potions in here for free, which is insanely cool for the flow of the content. It feels really good, but unfortunately it does cater to Iron Man, so you can't win them all. Now, before we dive into why this is going to save RuneScape, let's give a quick overview of how the bosses work. There are 3 Moons of Peril. There's Blue Moon, Blood Moon, and Eclipse Moon. They're all designed to be meleeed in different styles. Blue is weak to crush, Blood's weak to slash, and Eclipse is weak to stab. You run through the caves doing them one by one in the order of Eclipse, Blue, then Blood. It's just the easiest, the shortest path. In the caves between, there are resources that you can hunt for food, for prayer, for combat boosts, and bam, you can stay there for 8 hours straight, like I'm doing today. Now, mechanically, for every boss, there are safe tiles that move every few seconds. You just have to stand on these while you attack the boss, and after a few cycles of that, they will do a special attack. Each boss has 2 different special attacks that they cycle between. Eclipse has Simon Says, where you face the copy of the boss as it pops up to avoid his damage while dealing your own, and this giant sphere, where you stay behind the ball as it circles the boss to avoid taking damage. Blue Moon has this Brazier attack. I don't know how this one works. I'm gonna be honest. I ignore it because it only heals the boss a little, and I'm in max gear. Then it also has this Glacier one, where you deal damage to the ice cube while avoiding the ice attack that pops up every couple seconds. Blood has this Rain attack, avoid the pools, GG easy, and this Jaguar attack where you have to flinch back perfectly every 6 ticks to avoid the Jaguar damage right as the blood pools behind you despawn. If you go early, you take blood damage. If you go late, get hit by the Jaguar. Now, this is not a guide, okay? So we're stopping here. I just wanted to give some context. We've been doing this for like a solid hour right now, and honestly, I love this. It is really fun. There's zero reason for me as a maxed main to be doing this, and I'm still enjoying it, which is a good sign. Have we gotten any loot? No. okay? But hopefully that does change. For now, this is a good time for me to get back on my soapbox and actually explain why this content is good. Now, first up, mechanically, this thing just clicks. It's designed to be mid-high level content, and it strikes that balance really well. RuneScape mechanics are notoriously unintuitive, and for a long time, there was such a massive gap between content like Zulrah and content like Tob, with no in-game way of teaching you about advanced mechanics like the tick system and how to bridge that gap. Perilous Moons, fantastic start, right? It trains things like movement with the safe spots, attack cycles with the Jaguar special. It gets you comfortable with doing things that are heavily required in late game content without being super punishing like late game content. Secondly, this is by far the most important part. It really feels like a community MMO experience, which I'm gonna be honest, I think is dreadfully lacking in RuneScape. People tend to be afraid of content that requires a team. They want to be able to do everything alone, and I understand where they're coming from. It's not like it's easy to form a network of friends and raiders. It takes time and work and is daunting. But in my opinion, what makes MMOs so fun is the M, right? The massively multiplayer. It's a key element to making a long-lasting game because then, right, follow me here, player interaction can be a driving force of content, which takes some weight off the devs. That's why Tob is so insanely popular and heralded as pretty much the best raid by everybody. It's no coincidence that it is the only piece of content in the game that has to be done with a team. We won't talk about it next. And I know for a fact, Jagex feels a lot of pressure to make things soloable, which can really ruin the flair of content that the devs in their minds designed to be done with a team. You have to make a lot of concessions, and that usually ends up hurting the content. Oh, fucking finally, dude. Oh my god, 35 KC later, we finally get our next drop, and it's 1.8 mil too. Let's go, dude. Okay, that's big. Thank God. Shout out higher by Creed. Now, Moons is technically not instance, right? The boss cycle is static on every world, and you see all the other players in the room doing it. The beauty, all right, comes from the fact that the boss HP is your own. So no one else's skill or lack thereof affects your experience, and at the same time, you still get to chit-chat, all right, with all the buddies around you. You get to make friends. It makes the game feel alive, and that is exactly what we need for RuneScape. Make more team content, though, please. Anyway, we're already halfway through our challenge today. It's flying by. I'm still having fun. But I am going to share a few of the criticisms that I have now. Really, it's all the Eclipse boss, dude. This orb shield special thing is too damn long, dude. We get the point of the mechanic pretty solidly after, like, I don't know, 2 sides. The full circle is agonizing because you can't do a single thing, bro. It feels like deadweight downtime, which is the killer of any RuneScape encounter. And also, the way the boss defense works, dude, it actually gets higher as the health gets lower, which is the opposite of the other two. So you'll find yourself getting this dude down to like 1 to 3 HP before a special, and you're just whacking zeros. And if you get the special and it's the orb one, GG, a minute of your life. That's not a good feeling. That's pretty much it though. I'm gonna be honest, the rest of this is still pretty gangster. For the loot of this boss, it's kind of neat. You got 3 sets of new distinct mage, range, and melee armor that have their own little niches. There's dupe protection as well for these drops, which I don't love, but that's another video. And most interestingly, no pet, which I selfishly wish there was, but I recognize also that that would be a terrible idea, right? It would turn this into Sarachnis 2.0, where it's only farmed by max mains, all right? And the value of the Nyx is completely destroyed. But that's most of my thoughts here. Let's finish off this challenge and see the end product. 3 hours left, and I believe this is our 55th KC. Do we get anything? Been on a hot streak. Can we keep it up? No! That they put into this. I told you I forgot. I was gonna forget. And I did. I did forget. God damn it. All right. This is KC 65. Exactly 2 hours left. And still never lucky. The grind continues. Dude, we gotta spike at least 1 more item. Maybe 2. Yeah, so we got an hour and a half left. We've been doing this for 6.5 hours currently. Which, not a terrible grind. Really isn't. This is KC 69. Oh my god, it actually... KC 69 delivers, dude. Ain't no goddamn way. All right, that's beautiful. We take it, dude. We take it. All right, KC 71, what do we got? Oh, let's fucking go, dude. Okay, we're picking it up. We're picking it up. That's a really good one, dude. I have a complete... Hold up, let's look at the clog. There's a complete Blood Moon set today, dude. Complete Blood Moon set. Fuck yeah. Morning, good morning. 75 KC? And nothing. Beautiful. Oh, that is exactly 1 hour left. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is KC 86 of Perilous Moons. This is our final KC for the night. We have under 5 minutes left, so we could not get another KC. Do we pull the rabbit out of the hat? Good luck. No, the fuck we don't, dude. All right, let's go to the bank. Let's tally up the loot. See what we got. All right, all the uniques, all of the important loot we got. The money to beat was 15.6 mil per hour, gamers. What did we hit today? What is that, 5 uniques? 5 uniques. Ha! 8.9 mil, dude, we got wrecked. Now, we lost. Oh, I'm banking that all over there. Oh, wait, I have a dual Macahuatl. It's stacked with my other one. Hold up, what is this worth? Ah, that's like 11 mil, dude. Right? That's close enough, dude. Or 10 mil. Fuck you, it's close enough. All right.